Hey, this your girl Miko, bringing you Miko in the city, and you're not gonna want to miss this story. Grab your popcorn, cause this story is popping. I'm gonna let you know how I didn't know I was in bed with a serial killer. With the gangsters, all the people you don't hang with, we don't speak the same language. Party with the gangsters, whole lot of gangsters, make a dirty feel like main bitch. Party with the gangsters, all the people you don't hang with, we don't speak the same language. Party with the gangsters, whole lot of gangsters, make a dirty feel like. What's up, everyone? In case you new to my channel, I am Miko Ruffin, and this is my channel, Miko in the City, and right now, we are about to get on a hot story. Usually, if I get on here, I tell you about my opinions about different topics or things that are just fascinating to me. But I want to let you know on a personal story that I feel like is just crazy. You feel me? I must warn you. I'm not going to say no names. I'm not going to give no details about a lot because it could be triggering. And where I'm from is a small city. So me just kind of explaining who this guy is, a lot of people already are going to know who I'm talking about. He is a noted serial killer, person who killed more than one person. So I do want to let you know this may be sensitive. So if you're sensitive to things like that, go ahead and just click the other videos that I got ahead. Okay, so first of all, before we get into the story time, I have to apologize. I've been gone because I've been blocked. So if y'all missed me and was wondering where I was at, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault at all because you know I love to post and I love to communicate with everything. My last video that dropped, I love the feedback that y'all gave. I love that y'all went ahead and y'all voiced y'all opinions. I most definitely appreciate it. And actually, the last story helped, because my child's father's stepmother actually called. I'm not going to go in detail of what she said. Sometimes you just have to agree to disagree with people. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and click below or look below my videos, and it's going to be about the evil stepmother. And go ahead and give your opinion. So now, let's go ahead, and I hope you got your popcorn because I'm ready to pop this story open. I'm going to go ahead and take a little drink because this is going to be mad juicy. Okay, so if you know me, I do not date hood dudes. I do not date hood dudes under no circumstance. I'm not biased. It's just, I grew up in a hood. And if you know me, I'm a hood female, you know what I'm saying? And I just always been attracted to the introverts, the geeky ones, the ones that do not be in mess. Because if I'm in mess and he's in mess, we both gonna be a mess. So I need somebody who gonna balance myself. So I have a boy best friend. His name is Jaquil. I can say his name, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be saying certain names because, again, this is sensitive to a lot of people because a lot of families was hurt by this individual. This is just a personal story on my interaction with this individual. So my best friend and I, Jaquil, we lived in what we call it our hood, the 40s. You know, how LA and, you know, different cities, y'all probably gangbang by colors or, you know, colors, blue and red. Where I'm from, it's your neighborhood. We got the Don Block, we got 12th Street, we got 5/8 Deuce, we got the Trade, which is the 30s. We got the 40s or 4 Trade 9 when they collaborated, 75th Street, 63rd, so on. So where I'm from, I'm gonna keep on. I'm from 40s. I got it tatted on my foot. I got tatted on my foot, product of the hood. I was young. If you know my background, you know I earned my stripes in the streets. Period. I ain't really even gotta. If you stay on my channel, we gonna get into details on my encounters of being, you know, a hood female and how I elevated to who I am right now. So with that background being said, let's begin. So I was on the block, and when I say the block, that means the 40s. And my best friend, Jaquil, he's a male, a well-known male, and he's known with, you know, very popular individuals in our city. If you see me pausing and thinking or rolling my eyes, I'm just trying to pick the best words in this situation without, you know, telling on anybody. So I will go over my best friend's house, and it's always a lot of dudes. I've never been attracted to none of the dudes that's been over my best friend's house. And if you know me, I don't jeff. Like I'm not the type of female that's all in dudes' face. I'm not that type of female that want to be down with the cause, because if you know me and my sisters, we with all the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't start nothing. I finish it. You feel me? So I've never been intrigued by something I grew up with, if that makes sense. A lot of dudes who from the hood, they date girls from like the suburb. I don't even know if I said that word, but whatever. They date them out south because them are the females that are more intrigued with the lifestyle and really don't know how hard it is from where we from. It's more of a fascination. So me, I'm the opposite. I'm trying to get somebody in the suburbs because I'm trying to get out the hood. But nevertheless, I was young. So one day, we're going to get back to the story because I would get sidetracked. So one day, I'll go over my boy best friend, Shaquille house. And again, him and his brother are very popular individuals in our city. His brother is one of the bears. In our city, bears is like one of the biggest family. So him having a brother of a bear, all the real thugs, not them fake thugs, all them real thugs is around. You feel me? These are the type of men, the caliber, your lips got to be sealed, and anything you see, you don't see, if you know what I mean. So I'm over there, I'm minding my business and whatever, and this guy come in. If you know me, I got a type, light skin, good hair. That could be a weakness. It used to be a weakness, but I learned my lesson. We're going to get into more stories later on. But anyway, an individual came in the house. He had his school backpack on, had his glasses on, and books in the hand. You got to understand, where I'm from, you don't see individuals coming in no house looking like that. So it immediately caught my attention. So I asked my best friend, I'm like, best friend, who is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he heard me ask my best friend who he was. So he cut in our conversation before my best friend can, tell me who he is. And if you know my best friend is not the one to tell no individuals, business. So he really didn't tell me much about him. And he was just like, oh, this is such and such. I'm going to call him, we got to make up names, code names. I'm going to call him Jack. This is Jack. You know what I'm saying? So Jack introduced himself. I said, okay, Jack, how are you? My name is, my real name is Mila. I don't care if y'all know. My name is Mila, And, I'm from the 40s. He's like, oh, okay. My name is Jack, and, I go to school. I'm going to school right now at Penn Valley, which is a community college at my city, Kansas City, Missouri. And he like, yeah, I'm studying to be, such and such. So I'm like, ooh, I got me a winner. Woo! And he was just so swagged out, y'all. Like, braids braided on the back of his head, pretty light skin, just... Ooh, he was a little bit short, Usually you gotta be at least yee-high to ride this ride, but I was making an exception for him because he was looking good, y'all. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm not gonna take that away from that man. He was looking good. So on our first date, he picked me up and we went out to a nice restaurant, like a beautiful restaurant. And our conversations were just so intellectual, And at the time, if you don't know, like I lost somebody close, like my daughter's father, you know what I'm saying? So me opening up to him, he was really, really, really empathetic. You know what I'm saying? So we started dating. And whatever. So we started dating. And at this time, I had a loft downtown. Yeah, sis was on her stuff at a very young age. I've always been on my stuff. But I had a loft downtown. And so we started dating. So... when you dating, first and second date, we start getting intimate. I mean, he started showering me with gifts. He was always respectful. Like, he never raised his voice, never yelled at me. Like, I was just so wrapped up on how he treated me. I really didn't care for his past. I really never elaborated on his past. And again, I mean, you would think my best friend, if it was like something real bad, my best friend would be like, hey, so nobody has ever complained about, him or whatever. Not yet. So getting back to the story. So after a while, I go back over my best friend's house. I'm MIA. Cause if y'all females are like me, when you get a good dude and a dude treating you the way we disappear. We disappear. Cause I know I disappear. You feel me? Because when you wake up to that, you go to sleep to that, you ain't got no room for that. You know, use your imagination because, baby, I'm a Gemini. And if you know my sex drive, we was touching every wall. We didn't have no time for no friends. We had no time for no family. You feel me? When things are too good to be true, y'all, it's too good to be true. Okay, let me get some drink. Okay. Again, let's get back to the hoods. So he did let me know why he was going to school. He was from the 30s. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, at the time, the 30s was not getting along with a lot of hoods. They really never really got along with no lot of hoods. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's politics. One day we will get into politics of where I'm from because I feel like my city do not get enough recognition for us being gangster because y'all think we got cows and, you know, cornfields. No, we got some gangsters from where I'm from. But we ain't gonna get into politics right now. But, you know, where he was from, they hoods ain't getting along with a lot of people. And at the time, a lot of people was dropping like flies. So it was very hostile. So one day I go over to my best friend's house, you know what I'm saying? And something pop off. And this dude was like, "You dating Jack?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, but he in school. He not into all this." And the dude basically was just like, "When I see Jack, you let him know that, you know, it's war. You know, he gonna, you know, take some action." So I'm like, what's going on? Because he can't be talking to the dude that I met with the backpack and the glasses and the hair braided back that go to college because he not into all that. So I get back home and I'm just like, "Hey, this dude approached me and he said, you know, da-da-da-da." When I say this man has never raised his voice at me, has never cussed at me since we've been dating, like we are like a month in, you know, but when you like somebody, a month can feel like you know somebody forever. I know you be like, "Oh, girl, you only knew him a month." Sis, a lot of y'all been pregnant by dudes y'all just met on the first date, so don't judge me. Anyway, but anyway, he started cussing and like this thug that I've never seen came out. I'm like, who is this? Who is this? So at the time, one of the gifts, because I told you he was showering me with gifts and just treating me really good, he bought me was a dog. So, you know what I'm saying? And he was mad. So he had the dog in his hand. And as he's talking, he's choking the dog. Like, suffocating the dog. And I'm screaming like, "Let the dog go! Let the dog go!" That should have been the first clue. If y'all watch Criminal Minds, they tell you that's the first clue. When somebody can hurt an animal, they a killer. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, let's get it. So he let the dog go and he was like, he left. So he didn't come back that whole night. So he come back the following night and he was like, "Come downstairs and get in the car." So I'm like, okay, you know, I just thought like maybe he just took his frustration out on me. We're human, you know what I'm saying? We make mistakes, you feel me? But, you know, so I didn't really think much of it. So I went downstairs and I got in the car and he was like, just ride with me. Just ride with me. So I'm riding with him and whatever. And he's just like, "You ever thought about killing somebody?" I'm like, "What? What?" And he like, "Yeah, it's very easy to get away with murder." Like talking to me like this is a normal conversation. Like, so I'm just like, okay, no, you know. He was like, "Well, you know, you got your child's father. I can help you, basically. I can help you get away with it. I know who did it." Like, so basically, he giving me feedback on some information he think is valuable to me. So at this moment, I'm just like, I'm just like, you tripping. You need to take me home. You know what I'm saying? You tripping. You tripping. Take me home, you know? And he like, no, I gotta stop somewhere. Again, I mean aggressive, like day and night. I don't mess with thug dudes. I don't mess with any type of dude from any hood. You feel me? Just because I've been shot, I've been kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? That's not intriguing to me. You feel me? So he driving, and we drive to this raggedy house. This raggedy house. And I'm like, what are we doing here? And he like, I need you to stay right here. And then when people knock, I need you to collect the money. What? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was dick. Can I say dick on YouTube? I don't know. I've been saying now. I was dick whip, y'all. So I'm just like, okay, like a dummy. I was young, y'all. I'm a little bit seasoned now, so I can confess these things right now because I'm looking back like, what the fuck? What was you thinking, Mila? So basically, he left me at the trap house. Let's just keep it 100. He left me at the trap house. So he got me in here basically handling stuff. You know what I'm saying? Handling. You know what I'm saying? His transactions and whatever. And so he come back. He like, come on, we finna lay down back here in the back room. So he takes me to the back room and we laying down. Y'all, I'm so ashamed to even be talking about this. But listen, I grew. We laid on a mattress. A thin mattress on the floor. I don't know if he got into it. Was he trying to protect me? I don't know what it was, but it was like the most unsurreal feeling. So I'm like, okay. So I go back and I'm telling my best friend what was going on. He like, yeah, he with the stuff. I thought you knew. You thought I knew. Wow. Okay. So I'm like, okay. So at this point, he don't gotta pretend. I think he's at that point. I think he didn't change. I think now that I was learning who he was, he didn't have to pretend no more. So now I'm about to see who he really is, right? So again, he was kind of staying with me. I don't know, but he was over at my house a lot. He had to keep some house and whatever. So he used to come over my house and whatever, and he'll come in. And now he disrespecting me. He just like, I'll be back when I be back. Like, he just start getting real aggressive. Like, real aggressive. To the point it was like scary. So one day, I see on Facebook, remind you of these hoods. The 30s do not mess with the 50s. Remember that. So I look on Facebook, right? And he got a whole new girlfriend. So I see a picture of the whole new girl it's his ops. It's his ops sister, matter of fact. So I'm looking, and if you don't know what ops is, you shouldn't be on my channel. I don't really feel like explaining it. No, ops means that it's your enemy, basically. It's your enemy. It's a street word for enemy. So I was just confused. So I look closer to the picture, and she got my dog that he bought me in her hand. Y'all. So you know I go hard. So I'm calling him. My mouth. I'm a Gemini. My mouth flying off the handles. So after, I stopped calling or whatever, he pulled up and whatever and was like, I need you to take me somewhere. So, I just really thought it was like a flip-flop thing. You feel me? So let's rewind. I skipped a very important part. So when we was in that car and he was, asking me questions about have you ever thought about killing somebody? It's real easy to get away with it. He was just like, you got to be patient. One of the things I remember him saying, he was like, you just got to be patient. When you get into it with somebody, you wait on it. You sit on it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, because you don't want nothing connected to you. You know what I'm saying? You sit on it for years. Like he's like, I feel like I was in Killer 101 school. You feel me? And he's just like, you wait and make sure they don't got no paperwork on you. If you know you really want to do it, don't get into it to the point they gonna put restraining orders on you or put any paperwork on you, because no matter how old it is, the cops gonna track it back and come find you. So I'm just like, okay. So let's speed back up because I forgot that part. Okay, so I remind you, I just cussed him out. I'm going off because I'm just not understanding. Like, now I'm knowing who you are. Now I'm knowing your background. You know what I'm saying? Because this individual really had a traumatic background. Like, he didn't lost his mom. He didn't lost his sister, his cousin. All, you know, allegations, speculations of behind of his actions in the streets. You know what I'm saying? When you fellas are in the streets and y'all doing what y'all doing, and people can't get to you, people get to your family members. You know what I'm saying? So this is just something I'm putting as a, you know, side note on the story. So be careful what you do to people. You know what I'm saying? Because some people really don't got no conscience, and they will hurt. If they can't hurt you, they will hurt the people closest to you. So that was his background. He really felt like he had nothing to lose. Like, mom gone, sister gone, cousin gone, dad. Like, a lot of people lost their life behind him. But I'm just now learning this. After I already slept with him, already, you know what I'm saying, got him a key to my house. Now I'm doing my own research. I'm on the internet and found out he done got away with one situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? Like, who do I have in my bed? Who did I have in my bed? Like, it was just unbelievable. So remind you, I just cussed this man out. Because sometimes when I'm mad, I flash. You feel me? Knowing that my research that I've done on him, now I'm seeing, like, it's scary knowing that somebody did something to take away somebody's life and they got away with it. You feel me? So, okay, I cussed him out. So he pulls up to he said, hey, can you give me a ride? You know what I'm saying, Mila, and whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'll give you a ride. I'm not even thinking about it. You know, I'm the type of person is, if I can cuss you out and, you know, it's done. You know, I don't hold grudges. You feel me? So he was like, take me to this place. So I'm driving. Excuse me. I'm driving. And I'm like, where are we going? Like, we're driving for a long time. And like, we're passing the city. And now we're getting to the rural area. And now we're getting to a wooded area. So I'm like, bro, like my conscience is saying, like, Miko, Mila, whatever you want to call me, turn around, y'all. Y'all, I cannot make this up, y'all. And me talking about it, I'm really about to cry. Like, I'm trying not to cry. And I'm remembering what he's telling me, like, about the details of, you know, how things that he confessed to me. I'm like, no. So he like, okay, get off on the next exit and go under the bridge. I'm like, no, I'm not. At that point, I'm just like, I'm turning around. So when he see me turn around, he jumps in my back seat. Remind you, he always keeps a gun on him. You feel me? Remind you, he always keeps a gun. He tries to jump in my back seat, like, to get behind me. And I'm jumping. I open my car door. Remind you, I'm driving. I hit the brakes and jump out. Thank gosh it was cars coming by, and I'm making a scene, because one thing he taught me was, like, make sure it ain't no witnesses. You know what I'm saying? He's like, anytime you're trying to plot something, make sure it's not no witnesses. So I'm making a scene because I want people to, you know what I'm saying, see me on the side of the road cussing a dude out. You feel me? And he just like, yeah, you smart. Yeah, you smart. He just kept saying that. Remind you, he climbed in the back of my seat while I was driving. You feel me? He just kept saying, yeah, you smart. Yeah, you smart, laughing. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew what he was going to do, because when my mouth was running, I was, you know, speaking reckless, talking about, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. And he was probably trying to clean up shop. You know what I'm saying? Even though I wasn't, you feel me? But he would, y'all can say, well, you don't know. He may went under the bridge to try to talk to you. You naive. You know what I'm saying? You're dumb. I knew what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So he runs off. He jumps out the side of my car and run off, because I'm making a scene. People are pulling over now, and I jump in my car. My heart is beating. I'm crying on the way back to my grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like it was an angel in my ear. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have went under that bridge, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I probably wouldn't have made it home. I probably wouldn't have seen my daughter no more. You know what I'm saying? Because, I put my foot in my mouth arguing with him, and I really feel like he was trying to clean up shop. So another thing I remember, he was like, I would never, attack somebody if they got paperwork on me. So the first thing a girl do when she get back to the city is what? I put a restraining order on him. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I put all the paperwork on him. So if something happened, sugar boo-boo, they gon' know. And he kept calling my phone. I said, I got a restraining order on you. And I got a police report. I don't care. And she's like, you snitching. No, I'm not snitching. I didn't say any details that can incriminate him, even though the right thing now, what he done after me, I should have. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get in detail of what he did after me, but you know what I'm saying? He did kill other people after me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I think like, ooh, maybe I didn't do the right thing, or maybe I did. You know what I'm saying? It's God's plan. Everything happens for a reason. You feel me? So after that, I was done. You know what I'm saying? I didn't talk to him. I didn't speak to him no more. And years go by, right? Years go by. So years go by, and I see the news. Boom, he on there. He on there. I can't say his name because, again, it's out of respect for the family. You know what I'm saying? He was under investigation for murdering a individual before, you know what I'm saying, shooting up somebody else's house to and killed a kid. You know what I'm saying? So he was a very serious individual. You know what I'm saying? He was nothing to take lightly. You feel me? So I'm really thinking in this story got taken, like, you really need to learn people before you bring them in your household, before you bring them in your bed. You know what I'm saying? Because I've, watching all these crime shows, seeing all these women die in the hands of men, you know what I'm saying, who cannot control their temper or cannot control their emotions. It's serious. It's serious, and I survived it. You know what I'm saying? If I truly would have went under that bridge, y'all, I would not be telling y'all this story. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying no names. I'm not, if y'all know, y'all know. If y'all don't, y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? And I was actually talking to my best friend. I'm just like, you knew all this? And he like, yeah, but I thought you knew. You know what I'm saying? So listen, y'all, if y'all got friends and y'all got other friends and y'all know them other friends got backgrounds, let them friends know before they hook up. Please. Please. You know what I'm saying? But my best friend, he's a Virgo. And if you know Virgos, they really are just like naturally introverted. You know what I'm saying? They really don't tell people business. They really mind their business and get their money. They very, they can be vindictive and a little bit vicious and cold-hearted. But we ain't gonna get on that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get on that. And don't be getting in my comments talking about, y'all Virgos know how y'all are. So, with that said, I just really want y'all to really, really, really take accountability, you know what I'm saying, of your actions and how you move and everything, because me just being intrigued by somebody who looks good and, talking right for the moment could have cost my life, And I don't want to keep saying that, but I just really want y'all to know how serious that is. You feel me? How serious it is. So, again, I didn't know I was in bed with a serial killer. If I would have known his credentials, I would have never dated him. I've never dated him a day in my life. Again, ladies, beware of who you date, who you bring in your home, who you bring people around. Because even when you make somebody else mad, they will hurt the people around you. You feel me? If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for people you love. Again, my name is Miko. Next time we going to get on here, I'm going to have another story time. I'm going to be doing some live streaming for music reviews. And if you don't know who I am, I'm going to go ahead and let you know who I am. I'm Miko Ruffin. I do music. My music videos is going to be in the videos below. I'm going to have links in the video. You can go ahead and click it so you can go ahead and go straight into my music support. Right now, I'm on tour. My next show is going to be April 20th in Sacramento. I'm going to go ahead and be performing in Sacramento with Neff the Pharaoh. So that is going to be bomb. Make sure you check that out. And shout out to Mike Kane. Let's get on that. I did a show January 29th, and it was absolutely amazing. I feel like I'm seasoned. I'm really not that old. I'm like 20, I'm 29. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the new generation of female rappers, they work so much better together. Where I'm from, a lot of females, we didn't even talk. We don't associate. It's always been a barrier, a silent barrier, and I don't know why. So I really want to give it to the girls that I performed with. Y'all did an amazing job. Y'all had great sportsmanship. And, you know, if you want to collaborate, work, make sure you hit me up. I am more than open. I love the energy that came. Shout out to Marasha. She did a great job performing with me. Shout out to my nail tech. You see my nails? Tati did my nails. My hair is by Nink. She is called the Hair Slayer on Instagram. Make sure you check her out. She do dope braids. Again, if you like how my wigs looking on my Instagram, I'll go to 5 Star Hair in Kansas City, Missouri, or I have her ship my wigs here because she has the best quality wigs ever. Again, shout out to Podcast Place. They always do a bomb job when I'm going ahead and recording. And please come in next Monday. I have another story for you. And sometimes I have polls going on my social medias of what story should I say next. But the next story I am going to be talking about, along with some other subjects, is me being shot 3 times. We're going to get into that story. But again, my name is Miko. Thank you for visiting Miko in the City. And I cannot wait to see you. Well, I can't see you. That's kind of creepy. I want you to think I'm looking through here. But I can't wait to go ahead and you view my next story. Mwah.